problems of people living with domestic violence, especially those whose partner's behavior is triggered by alcohol. Her former husband, Jonathan Wignall, 54, was Our first newsreel is from BBC News by Nathan Bevan, dated the 22nd of December 2025. TV presenter used to dread Christmas Day with her abusive ex. TV weather presenter Ruth Dodsworth has revealed that she used to dread Christmas Day with her abusive ex-husband. The 50-year-old described the festive season as serving to amplify the problems of people living with domestic violence, especially those whose partner's behavior is triggered by alcohol. Her former husband, Jonathan Wignall, 54, was jailed in 2021 after a 9-year campaign of harassment and stalking during their marriage. Ms. Dodsworth added that the highlight of each 25th of December would be when Wignall passed out drunk, affording her an hour or two of relief with her children. "I never knew who I was going to come home to, Jekyll or Hyde," said Ms. Dodsworth, who met Wignall in 2001, a year after she started her job as a weather presenter for ITV Wales. When you live with someone like that, Christmas just makes everything worse on so many levels. There is more pressure on people to have a wonderful time with more parties and more alcohol. And because drink was a key part of my ex-husband's behavioral changes, it will just make for an awful time, as it can for too many other people. Ms. Dodsworth and Wignall married in 2002, while his controlling behavior began about 8 years later when the couple moved from Swansea to Cowbridge in the Vale of Glamorgan. At that time, she had become the family's main breadwinner, his nightclub business having begun to fail. "It was a volatile, frightening relationship that several times nearly cost me my life," she told BBC Radio Wales. "I never knew when the violence was going to happen or when it will finish, and I grew to dread Christmas Day because he'd start drinking in the morning." Ms. Dodsworth added that her family would be on eggshells around Wignall whenever they came over because they were frightened of him too. "And after they've gone, I will be left with him. So it was a highlight when he passed out," she said. "It meant an hour or two of relief when I wasn't frightened and could just be with my kids." She described feeling a lot of mom guilt that she didn't get them out of that situation sooner. "But I didn't want to admit to the outside world that there was something wrong with my marriage," she said. Ms. Dodsworth adding that eventually leaving had been the best decision she ever made. She added, "My life was saved because I got out. I asked for help and set those wheels in motion. It wasn't easy, but I did it." Stephanie Grimshaw, head of public affairs and communication at Welsh Women's Aid, told BBC Radio Wales Breakfast 1 in 4 women experienced domestic abuse in England and Wales, adding it doesn't change just because it's Christmas. She said Christmas Day and the days surrounding are actually our quietest time for our helpline. But then we have a huge spike in January and the days following Christmas when survivors tell us they were not able to reach out. That's really dangerous if they feel they are not able to reach out for support. It's so important those family and loved ones who are supporting survivors make them a safe space. Be safe and be positive. And don't forget to check out our social media handles. Thank you. Bye for now.